Let me back up a sec because if you'd told me last week I'd be standing in airport gate getting roasted by a kid half my age for a scar I earned crawling through a jungle halfway across the world, I'd have laughed you off. But yeah, that happened. Sir, that Purple Heart license plate doesn't get you special treatment. And frankly, that scar looks like you fell off a bar stool, not got in combat. I remember the words landing sharp and cold, right there in front of God and everybody. The gate agent, Brenda, her hair pulled so tight you could bounce a quarter off her head, just sneered at me like I was some joker trying to game the system. You know what I mean? It's funny how the little things cut deepest the way she flicked her eyes over me. Decided right then I was just another old guy looking for a shortcut. I told her, plain as day, it's a legitimate request, miss. Not asking for an upgrade, just a moment to settle in before the crowd rushes in. She barely looked up. Whatever. Wait with everyone else. You'd think after 70 years, 3 marriages, and a war, I'd be immune to that kind of small-time cruelty, but it stings all the same. I guess I should have seen it coming. Maybe you'd have said something, made a scene. I just stood there, feeling that familiar ache in my hip, thinking about how invisible wounds always seem to count for less. For the record, I don't want your pity. I just want to walk down the aisle of a plane without some rookie rolling her eyes like I'm wasting her time. 5 minutes drag on, the kind that make you want to throw your phone through a window. The gate gets busier, folks with babies, wheelchairs, walkers, everybody shuffling around, juggling tickets and Starbucks. When my turn comes, I hand over my VA card, tell her I served, that I've got shrapnel in my hip, old damage that makes it hell to move fast, especially in those cramped aisles. She doesn't even look at the ID, just squints at me. Pre-boardings for families with kids, or those who obviously need it, sir. You look like you can walk just fine. Yeah, that's what she said. I kept my voice steady, no reason to feed her the satisfaction. It's painful and slow, especially in tight spaces. Pre-boarding just helps me get settled, so I'm not in anyone's way. She actually laughed, one of those short, sharp laughs people use when they think they're clever. Oh, I'm sure. And that scar above your eyebrow. You get that storming a beach, or did you fall off a bar stool after one too many war stories? Now, I've heard worse from guys on the line, but something about that public, mean-spirited, the crowd of strangers watching really hits you in the gut. People start looking, some embarrassed for her, others, hell, maybe for me. There's always a few who like to see someone get put in their place, you know? For a second, I just stood there, stunned, feeling that burn of humiliation I hadn't tasted in years. I finally said, low and steady, "You have no right to question my service or my injuries. I'm following your airline's own policy for veterans." But she just doubled down. Gate agent has final discretion. My discretion says you wait with everyone else in Zone 4. And that was that she turned away, dismissing me like I was nothing. So I sat down near the windows, staring out at the tarmac, trying to swallow the bitterness. The pain in my hip felt sharper, like it knew I'd lost a fight I shouldn't have had to fight at all. I watched the lucky ones pre-board, the ones with visible struggles, while my own invisible ones didn't mean a damn thing today. I could have walked out, gone home, missed the reunion with my old unit. Almost did. But the thought of letting my brothers down, the ones still here and the ones I'll never see again, that's what kept me glued to that plastic seat. And here's the twist you didn't see coming sometimes. You've got to fight a different way. I pulled out my phone out to call some senator or complain on Facebook, but because I remembered this feedback line for veterans the airline set up, said it was monitored by other vets. I fired off a simple, clear email, Brenda's name, the flight number, what she'd said, what I'd asked. Not expecting much, honestly, but I figured, if nothing else, it's on record. Time ticks by. Boarding for zones 1 and 2 goes. Brenda's still there, barking at people, efficient as a drill sergeant with none of the heart. Then out of nowhere, the jet bridge door swings open and out steps Captain Eva Rostova, the pilot herself. She's late 40s, the sort of person who fills up a room without saying a word, and you can see right away she's not here to hand out peanuts. She walks up to Brenda, who actually looks scared for the first time all day, and then straight to me. "Sergeant Frank Miller," she asks, in this clear, steady voice that carries over the whole gate. I nod. She introduces herself, says she's the captain, then stands at attention and gives me the crispest, sharpest salute I've seen outside a funeral. I'll admit, I almost lost it right there. She tells the whole gate, "It's come to my attention you were treated with profound disrespect by a representative of this airline. On behalf of the entire crew, please accept our deepest apologies. That's not how we honor our nation's heroes." People go dead quiet. Brenda looks like she wants the floor to swallow her. Captain Rostova keeps going, says not only should I have pre-boarding, but she's moving me to first class her own seat. Because as captain, I have the final say on who sits where. She looks at Brenda and says, "Gate agent, you'll make sure Sergeant Miller's luggage is moved up, you'll print his new pass, and then you'll report to the station manager. I'll be filing a full flight report." Brenda just nods, her whole face pale, hands shaking as she types. The captain offers me her arm like something out of an old movie, and we walk down the jet bridge together. The people in line step aside, some nodding, a few saluting themselves. The first class attendant knows my name, treats me like a dignitary. Captain Rostova comes by before takeoff, thanks me again, tells me her own father was a Marine, that respect for service is something she takes personal. For the first time that day, I felt seen. Word travels fast. By the time we landed in San Diego, Brenda was already suspended. The airline sent out a public apology, set up new training for staff, even made a donation to the Wounded Warrior Project. But for me, it wasn't about punishment, it was about being acknowledged, about someone stepping up, even when it wasn't easy. At the reunion, I told the story to my buddies, left out some details to spare the captain too much attention. Some of them were mad, some were moved, every one of them got it. That day, one gate agent's casual cruelty shone a spotlight on what it means to serve and what it means to lead. True leadership, turns out, isn't about rank or a title. It's found in moments small, brave, loud enough for everyone to hear when someone stands up, says this isn't right, and makes it right. Some wounds you can see, some you can't. But respect? You can feel it echo long after the plane lands. So here's the thing, would you have done what Captain Rostova did? Or would you have looked away? Do the uniform or a medal earn a little dignity? Or should everyone fight for their place in line? I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts below. Maybe if we talked about these moments more, we'd see fewer of them. Maybe not. But at least we'd know who's willing to stand up when it matters.